Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. Much love to you, and welcome into my returning self, my growing, extended, beautiful family. We are expanding rapidly, and it's good that our collective is just growing by the days, and it's truly a blessing for that. So, thank you for sharing the videos, dropping your beautiful vibes of comments, and telling people about the channel is truly appreciating. So thank you. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impact your life, heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, informative, insightful, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and needs spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites before wherever you see fit. That's what I meant to say. So thank you for the love and support, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. I keep on forgetting to say this at the beginning. If you need to contact me, because so many people are leaving me messages and stuff like that in the comment box on how to get in touch with me, I always leave my contact information in the description box up under the video below. The music I'm listening to is from the channel Self Healing Collective. Let me turn it up just a little bit. Um, and it's 963 hertz. Asking you shall receive. Connect to the universe, talk to God, spiritual healing music, and I will post their link in the description box below. Y'all, my eyes are so red today. I don't know if it's from the incense I had on, or I'm just tired. So I'm just like, it's been a rough couple of days for me. But anyways, the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, prepare. The more you are focused on your glow up, many will not show up. I know I heard this question. I was on IG, and I forgot what this lady's name is. Like 2 week workout, I guess that's what her tag name is. And somebody asked her, was it hard for you to maintain the friends that you had before you had your glow up? Did you have any issues with that? And it was just like, I can truly relate to that. Not, saying I'm big and successful, but just being able to know, what my passion is, aiming towards that. I found out my truth and stuff like that. A lot of times when we go through our spiritual awakening, it just, you feel all by yourself. It's just like people that you may have grown up with, even if it's family, you know they always say you see the true intentions and the true colors of people during your darkest moments. And a lot of times that is like the most hurtful thing you can go through. I know for my situation, it was very bad because it was just like a smack in the face on going through everything that I went through. And it's just a lot of times I had to remind myself, girl, this is strength. Because if you're going through all this at one time and you're still trying to maintain a sense of mind, having that okay headspace, not losing it, not snapping on somebody, not needing bail money, it's just like when you're focused on that, a lot of people make it seem like you're acting like they're better than them, and sometimes folks get like that. I've seen, I had a couple of friends, um that actually did really good for themselves, and I really felt like that was a blessing for them. But seeing it from that perspective on the outside, it's just like, I don't never hate on nobody's glow up. I felt like that's a blessing, and at times it's hard for that you to digest that pill called truth, especially when you're working on your stuff. But that gives you that drive to know if they did it, you can do it too. And a lot of times it's hard when you're struggling to keep going through your stuff. But you're always supposed to give somebody their props, because you never know what things they had to sacrifice, what things they had to do to get there. And that's, usually when you're seeing that. And there's times when I'm going through my stuff and it's just like I'm doing everything y'all asked me to do, and I'm still, right where I am, even though I'm getting my fruits of my labor, I'm not really seeing, all that stuff that I put out. And there would be times I really was going to hell off, but then it was just like, you have to be able to appreciate that experience, what you're going through. But and it's just your life is, you got took out of that old equation. It's like you have lived that experience of your life for that time. Now it's time for you to shift the gears, to be able to go a different direction. Not everybody is meant to stay on your journey. you know it can be a very lonely place, especially, like I've said, I went through different situations where I was very toxic, but I was also allowing things to, you know jeopardize my self respect for myself, my love for myself. I didn't have love for myself because I always allowed myself to settle, going through things like that. And it was like going through my experience, was very eye opening for me. Going through so many things at one time. It was like I lost my mind. I really did lose my mind, because it was just like going through grief of not knowing your family, and then you find out who your father is, and then you had to find out after he passed away, and so many different things going on past that. It led me to what I'm doing now, and it gave me a different perspective on how I saw my life, because it's like day by day I'm still dealing with my grief, still allowing myself to heal those parts of me that was altered. But then I had to allow myself, when you're focusing on, you're wanting a better life, a lot of times it's going to be lonely, because you have to focus on yourself. If you really have people in your life that wants to see you prosper, those are the ones you need to hold close. But also being able to understand, see which ones are not applauding you when you win your prize. Those are the ones you need to truly walk away from. I've had people where I supported them 120%. I would sacrifice things for them. They would sacrifice things for me. But then when they found the truth out about me, they act really ugly, or ignore me, or, always put certain things down just to see if they can trigger me. And it was a very hurtful feeling, because I know I would never be that way. But you can't expect somebody to have that same heart, that same mindset that you do. Not everybody's like that. Just because you may be congratulating somebody on their success doesn't mean they're going to do that for you. And those are the things that you had to understand, where you can separate the people that were real for you into the ones that are not real for you. Being able to hold those ones that are in your life, that's wanting to see you do better, that's going to call you out on your own stuff when you slacking off, want to be able to give you that push, like, you know better than that. You doing so good. Why are you allowing yourself to, do this when it is jeopardizing that? Those are the people that you keep in your life. And it's just like, a lot of times when you're going through stuff like that, and you're really trying to understand why, why am I going on this journey lonely? I've had all these different people in my life that I was there for. I love them. I never felt like they would not be in my life like that. But then it took you through those certain stages of experience for you to be able to understand. You have to love people from a distance at times. There's sometimes you may have felt that you would never get over certain things, or you would never get over being without certain people, and then you went through those experiences and see that you're doing just fine. But it also, when they took those people out your life, it brought so many people back into your life that inspired you. You had to be around people that's trying to be better than there was 2 minutes ago. Trying to see somebody, see where their hustle is, being able to grind and giving that thanks to themselves and stuff like that. I've seen it. I was doing so many different things, and people are like, oh, you want to manifest something, but you want to sit down and think it's you can't just manifest something and then just sit down. You have to be able to put that work in. And and it was a lot of people that it kind of rubbed some people the wrong way, but there are also some people that said, what, Roslynn, you inspired me to do so much. And it's just like, I said, shoot, I be struggling too. Sometimes I want to be able, I get depressed and don't want to do nothing at times. I get mad when it just feels like the world's working against me. I've been there, done that, you know, and it's just like, when I say these last few weeks, I've been, I had to be, it's not like I was slacking off, but there was so much I was dealing with at that time. And it was just like, universe telling you, that's that signal for you to have to go ahead and take that break back. And this is that time to reevaluate yourself, being able to understand why certain things are going the way it is, being able to accept how things are so you can allow yourself to break away from that so you can be guided towards something better. And a lot of times we get mad because we don't get the things we want, but it guides us to what we need. And when you're focused on that, you have to understand there's not going to be those same people that was there with you when you first started this, and they're still there with you. Keep those folks there, because a lot of times people want to be in your life, after you got, to where you needed to be, but they didn't want to be there through those hard times when you needed that ear to be able to listen to the things that you may have been going through, or needed somebody that shoulder to cry on when things were just not going right for you. And it was just like, dag, you were very supportive, you were very much of a good friend, but you have to also understand that you were their blessing at that time. Okay, that was your blessing at that time, because and sometimes it's hard for you to see that as a blessing when somebody betrays you, but that's allowing you to see the real person, the real person on how they are. And there's been so many times when I'm so focused on doing my podcast and doing my IG story videos and doing here, and then trying to get some new projects started out, there'll be people in my life that just try to bring a whole living hell to me, or down talk my dreams, because all of a sudden they see my life as a competition, wants to come back. And when they approach me, they approach that old Roslynn. That one, I don't deal with that old Roslynn anymore. And I was cordial, but I also, hey, I see that you sent me a message or whatever, but I love you, and I love you from a distance, but you can't be back in my life like that. You can miss people, but you also have to understand, because sometimes we make those bad decisions by disrespecting our own self dignity, by bringing people back in our lives that they clearly don't took out. I've had that before. And I'm like, dag, I really miss this person. We used to have good laughs and good this, good that. But then when that truth came out about my life, all of a sudden, they were just trying to find little different things that they can be able to block me from. And that was very hurtful. But then it was just like, when you start going towards blessings, history will repeat itself, because universe will allow those people to come back in your life just to see, are you going to approach this with the new person that you're becoming, or are you going to go back to that old self to go ahead and be able to repeat that cycle? Because a lot of times, regardless if you got closure or not, you need to just close that door. You need to just straight close that door and just keep moving. Everything happens for a reason. You're living a life of experience, but you're discovering parts of yourself you didn't know, and then you're aiming towards things. You're doing things you never done before to get to what you have never had. And a lot of times you can't reach that if you're still stuck in those old ways. So it's like you have to keep learning, appreciating, being grateful. It's just like a lot of times I see stuff and I said, you know what, even though I may be in my feelings about how certain things are moving right now, but I allowed myself to see, look how these situations changed your demeanor. Look how it changed you for the better. You're not allowing yourself, you put standards up, you know what you deserve, you know what you're not going to tolerate. You tell somebody, hey, I don't like that when I put boundaries up. Some people can, oh, okay, I understand that. And then some people get mad. And those are the ones that you got to know, because if you have to keep on repeating yourself, those are the ones you just need to exit out your life anyway, because they're not respecting you. They're not respecting what you got going on. Now, a lot of people are like those spiritual oppressors. If they see you going on your glow up, they want to be able to try to keep you down. I deal with that mess on a regular, and it's just like, dag, I wouldn't do this to people like that. But only time people do that is when they're threatened by what you're doing. If they don't like what you are, or who you have around you, or what you're doing, oh, they're going to try to make sure all that stuff disappears, because you became their competition. And some people have to understand, you're only in competition with yourself. You can't judge people by their different journeys that they have that purpose on going forward. So when you're allowing yourself to go focus on how you're trying to come up in life, how you want a better lifestyle, you're trying to create a passion, you're trying to do something that doesn't feel like it's being forced into your life, there's going to be a lot of people you just gonna rub the wrong way. But on a real, it's just like when you allow yourself to stay focused on that, that's supposed to inspire somebody to like, dad, It's just like if anybody that I know that hung with me back in the day, they're like, "What the heck happened to you?" I've had people do that before. Like, Roslynn, you used to be the rowdy one. I used to fight all the time. I used to go off on folks. I always had to be that person that had the last word, and very brutally blunt, not even using vibes of discernment or being mindful of how I said something. I felt like, oh, it's not messed up if you tell somebody the truth, and I didn't see it like that. It wasn't seen out like that. Like, Dag Rosalind, you could be coolful. You are not tactful. I'm like, shoot, it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm only responsible by what I say, not how you took it. But then it was just like I had to allow myself to be okay. Treat people how you want to be treated. They don't. If you what vibe you're pushing out is not being reciprocated, that already let you know. Delete yourself from that equation. You know, and people got to be coming correct with that. But it's just like this is a whole new year. If you have not upgraded, if you're doing the same, I'm like Cat Williams. If you still doing the same thing you were doing 20 years ago, and you ain't growed up from that, no. Something wrong. I got to go. I want to be better than that. I want to be able to do so many different things in life. I've learned my life lessons through this experience on what not to say, allowing yourself to do your grind in silence and let your success speak for itself, allowing yourself to not let the left hand know what the right hand doing, because not everybody is going to be happy for you. They love to be able to, oh, go ahead, somebody bring a bone, I guarantee you they're taking one. you know and you'll find out all these different experiences, and a lot of time we got experience with us being Heyokas. We had to learn the hard way on things, but then you can truly appreciate it, because it's just like when you have these fresh ideas in your mind, you can't be able to present that towards people at times. You got to be able to show it after. You got to be able to say something after it's been done. Because I used to do that when I say something after it's done. Like, why didn't you tell me this a long time ago? I already know right there. If I would have told you about it, y'all would have made sure I didn't have it. I'm not about to tell you anything until after it's done. And being able to do that. And a lot of times it is sad that you have to be that way, but it's like that when it comes to people. So allow yourself to focus on being that better you. If it becomes a burden to somebody else, that allows you to know who you need to take out of that process. you know there's going to be in that process, some people are going to be blessed to be able to be in that progress of your process. you know there will be some, they can't be around you. If they can't be around you during the storm, they damn sure don't need to be around you during the sunshine. Allow them they're going to be throwing some shades, give them some extra glasses just in case, so your light too bright. So this is going to be my last video. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm speaking that into existence. Let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out to Gwen Human. IPO info. I think I pronounced your name right. I apologize if I didn't. Uh, Shutter 1030 and Sarah. Much love to you as well. If you have not, subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up, tell somebody about it. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below the video. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Know you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there, think about your better days, or trying to pray for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest comes so much bigger than you ever expected, and comes sooner than you expected as well. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.